What's happening? What's happening? We are back once again. I'm glad that you could drop in, and I hope this season of your life is full of love. Things are going good. Matter of fact, let me show you how I feel about it. I really like to speak things into existence, so I hope it's going great. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Love Undercover. As we dive into this week's episode of Context Under the Covers. And I want to share some familiar things with you on today. So hold tight, because this one you don't want to miss. Love is more than words. Love is more than feelings. Love is a covering. Today we are going to talk about a love that protects, a love that covers, and a love that reflects the heart of Jesus. So as you know, we've been talking about the different pillars of love and how we can actually embody this behavior to go forth. But here's what I have to ask. What does your love cover? And what does it expose? 1 Peter 4:8, the Passion Translation, gives us a great context to it. Above all, constantly echo God's intense love for one another. For love will be a canopy over a multitude of sins. Some of you may be familiar with the scripture text where it says love covers a multitude of sins. Love is not petty. Love is not messy. Love is not divisive. Love doesn't boast. It's not envy, right? Love covers. And so we want to make sure that when we're talking about love and we're actually exemplifying this behavior, that it is right and it's in the right alignment with God. Here's the big idea of this whole thing. Love under the covers. When we talk about being under the covers, we are talking about living under a covering of love. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. This is not about hiding truth. This is about protecting people. Biblical love is not driven by our feelings. This type of love doesn't have us like the winds and the waves being tossed left and right. It is driven by a willingness to sacrifice for the good of others. Love does not move in hatred. Love does not move in that manner because hatred stirs up conflict. It exposes wounds. Hatred seeks revenge. Take a moment right now to reflect on that. Do some mirror work. Ask yourself in this season, because sometimes we can get beside ourselves and sometimes it happens because of how we feel. But love covers all offenses. No matter what is said, no matter what is done, no matter what is pressed upon you. Show up in love. The goal of love is to love our neighbors as ourselves. The goal of love is to refresh others. So your mouth shouldn't be the thing that tear people down and have negative things going around and gossiping and different things like that. Your mouth should be a fountain of life for those who follow God's commands. If your love leaves people drained, you are not living like Jesus. Listen, I'm just a messenger and I'm trying to help you here. So I'm bringing the message for you today. And so we are given a standard to live by. In Proverbs 17:9, New Living Translation gives us this. Love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it, hear me clearly, separates close friends. We can't dwell on the past. We can't dwell on the hurt. We can't dwell on those things that happened to us. Whoever conceals an offense does not excuse sin. They choose peace over division. So that may have hurt. There might have been some hatred in it. You might feel a certain way about somebody. But when you're transparent, your transparency, it should heal. It should not destroy your neighbor. It should not destroy your loved one. It should not destroy your friend, your coworker, your family, your gym partner. You know, there's an old song that says, what a friend we have in Jesus. He covers us. He forgives us. He restores us. And if we are to love the right way and love under the cover, then as godly friends, we should lift each other out of the mud, not keep our friends there. This love that we talk about and that we live by every single day should be love in action. Matthew 25:40, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these, brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Now we understand Jesus is the example here of love, and so when we do it, we're not just doing it for happenstance. We're not doing it just because. We're doing it because Jesus first loved us. See, this love is not measured by how we treat those who can do something for us. Matter of fact, there's nothing that we should be looking for in return. It is measured by how we treat those who could do nothing in return. Love serves, love sacrifices, and love stays. You may have hurt someone. You may have done them wrong. You know, I'm reminded of my life story, and there's moments and times where I allowed myself to get in the way because of what I didn't receive, even though I was given it. And sometimes it happened vice versa. But I want us to understand that the love that we're talking about here is a sacrificial love. It's love that's given out, and the return, we're not giving it just because we want something in return. Living under the covers, we don't move in hatred. We refuse bitterness. We refuse resentment, and we refuse revenge. Let's move in what real love looks like. Listen, cover doesn't expose. It protects people's dignity, even when they fail, refreshes them. Listen, this is what I need you to do if you want to really apply this. Let your words bring life to others, not harm. Love like Jesus. Serve those who cannot repay you. When we operate in this manner, our gifts are actually glorifying God, and we're actually operating our gifts in a very, very productive way. So whatever you do on today, and no matter what it looks like or how you feel, stay under the covering of God's love and operate in that manner on today. You have everything you need inside of you to forgive, to love, and to move in love. It is an action. Let your love be a canopy, not a weapon. Lord, teach us to love like you love. Teach us to cover like you cover. Teach us to refresh others with your grace. Allow our hearts to love and be open, just as you taught us to. No matter what you do from this day forward, because you know that when love covers rightly, God's glory is revealed. So allow us to cover ourselves and others in the love the way that it's supposed to, and it was designed to, so God gets the glory.